What's up, guys? It's Rantium here, and today we are back in Skyrim. That's right, you guys, and no snap. It's gonna be an awesome freaking day. So, guys, welcome back, and happy Sunday. So, today you're only gonna get the one video. It'll be this showcase because I do believe we're actually gonna go ahead and be done with the Carved Brink quest mod because we did indeed kind of end it in the last episode. So, hopefully, you guys enjoy today's mod showcase because Today we're taking a look at Anna's VLINDREL Hall in Markarth. Now, VLINDREL Hall, I believe is how you pronounce that, is the regular player home that you can normally purchase through becoming Thane of Markarth, if I'm not mistaken. And it's literally inside of Markarth. So you have Markarth right here, obviously being the main hold, one of the main holds that you find within Skyrim. And the home itself has been kind of revamped and made into this uber luxury area because it's funny. As soon as I told alternate start, the mod that allows you to start pretty much anywhere in Skyrim, as soon as I told it that I wanted to start in VLINDREL Hall, it automatically dressed me up as some freaking wealthy ass merchant with a nice little hat and all sorts of that good stuff. So it just adds a whole bunch more to it and makes it very, very luxurious. So let's go and take a look inside VLINDREL Hall, shall we? And here we are, inside of VLINDREL Hall. Now, to be fair, right here at the beginning, I haven't actually used VLINDREL Hall as a home because it wasn't really one of the homes that I wanted to buy, because I got really into the Hearthfire stuff and really started to build like Lakeview Manor and everything like that, so I really didn't use VLINDREL Hall, so take this with a grain of salt because I'm pretty sure I know what was new, or what's new and what was old and everything like that, but even still, I'm just going to showcase it like everything is brand new to me. So, without further ado, let's break it down, shall we? So here at the beginning, we have a nice little cupboard right over here with a random barrel fused into it. And it looks like there's a little bit of a lockbox back there. Might be some texture problems with another mod that I'm loading. In fact, that's most likely what the problem is. Right here at the beginning is a tanning rack. Great to see. And then we've got these two big fire sconces right here at the beginning. And then as we walk up this little stone pathway, we have this beautiful little indoor garden over here with some gourds, there's some leeks, some carrots, maybe some melons and stuff like that. A few little alchemical ingredients here and there, but overall just kind of a nice little spot. I can dig the lighting through here. I really, really like it, especially because here in Markarth, the stone is so cold, and I've said that before in a lot of my mod showcases, but I think the mod author has done a really great job of weaving the light in and out of here and making it feel a little bit more homey rather than this cold fortress. But here we are in kind of a grand foyer, kind of like a dining room slash living room, if you will. And the reason I say dining room slash living room is because over here is kind of where you're just going to chill out, maybe grab yourself a glass of wine, a plate of cheese and crackers, and just sit and read a book or talk to someone by the fire. And then behind you, you've got a decently sized dinner table set for, looks like 6 people. Yeah, 6 butts. You might be able to squeeze a bench right there and squeeze a couple more butts in there. But I just love the decor in here. It's all vanilla stuff, as I'm sure you're aware. So this is more so vanilla with sprinkles, I would say. But even so, the mod author has done a wonderful job of making the vanilla stuff really stand out and make it look modded. It looks really, really cool. But we have a nice little display case over here that does indeed work for your daggers, and a couple bookshelves over here for the bookworms of Skyrim. And then over here we've got ourselves kind of like a nice little seating area, maybe a display area. And this is kind of a random empty bookshelf with this Dwemer kind of artifact on top of it. But let's see, what else do we have in here? Nice little study over here in the corner. Kind of nifty. Can't access that book, but you can indeed access writing supplies. That's kind of neat. And I saw that there was a chest somewhere too. It said open chest. Okay, so I'm looking at the book and it says open chest, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe it's just part of this wardrobe, I'm not sure. But there is one armor mannequin there, and there was another armor mannequin somewhere else, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that was something else. But kind of a nice little area in here. Aha, there it was. I knew there was another one somewhere. And then over here we've got ourselves... Oh, this is interesting. Horker stew. Okay, I wonder if this respawns. I don't know, maybe that stuff will respawn after a certain amount of time, but you've got different soups and stews and everything like that. Kind of an interesting layout right there. Normally you just see that in cupboards and everything like that. You know, food stuff storage and stuff like that. But we have our cooking pot right here. Or... no, we don't. Where's our cooking pot? So I thought this was the cooking pot that would work, but it seems that that is not the case. That's interesting. Perhaps we'll find one later on, because this is, like I said, more so the dining room rather than the kitchen. So I imagine there's probably a kitchen somewhere. But we've got quite a few doors to figure out where we want to head through first. And I think we'll head through the closest one first. Aha! This is the kitchen, with yet another dining room in here. So it's kind of like a double dining room. This one's only set for 5 people. But let's see, we've got it there. Yes, there it is. We have our cooking pot right here, and then our hearthfire oven with some, assorted foodstuffs, a beautiful hearth. Love to see the gigantic fireplaces built into the stone walls and the dwarven metal and everything like that. Really, really nice touch. Got ourselves our wood chopping block that does indeed work. Great for those that are using the campfire mods, as well as the frostfall. And then over here, looks like we might have maybe like a servant's quarter and slash storage unit. So back here, you might, store some of your pots and your pans, maybe some loose silverware, some extra wood. But I imagine this is where your kitchen servant might work, or your kitchen servant might sleep, not work. So that's kind of nice. Nice to have a little area back there. I imagine you could probably use that for like a wife or a follower or a husband or anything like that, depending on which way you swing. Got a couple more of those display racks right there. Great to see. And then another door inside of here, which seems to be, maybe this is the master bedroom. Interesting that it's, oh, hello. Interesting that it's right off of the kitchen. Kind of a strange thing to do. I don't think if I was some sort of royalty or if I was some sort of merchant, I don't think I would want to walk through the kitchen to get to my room. That's just me though. But it is kind of nice to have this room right here because the lighting in here is gorgeous. I freaking love this. Now this looks suspicious, but it is indeed just a regular wardrobe. Looks like we got some bookshelves over here. That's kind of neat with these little stone archways. And then we got all this stuff right here. That's pretty sweet. And then, like I said, we have this big bathtub over here. Kind of like a hot tub bathtub combo. Kind of neat. And then our dagger rack right there. So, moving swiftly through the house once again, we can continue back through the home and through the doors that we've already been through. So, now we've got those 2 other doors to check out. Now, let's go with the right side first. I'm partial to the right side. I think this is good. Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Let's go and turn the brightness up just ever so slightly. Just like that. There we go. That way we can see kind of all of the little intricacies inside of this room. I'm digging the decor. I love this inside of here. So this seems to be more so the crafting area. We've got ourselves a little bit of storage for, for poisons. We've got some assorted alchemical ingredients and stuff like that. Our alchemy lab. We've got potions and poisons. We've got salts and gels cabinets and stuff like that. Potions, more storage right there. Workbench, couple weapon plaques right there. Got some staff storage and anvil, as well as heartstones. That comes with 1 heartstone. That's pretty nifty. Now, this would have been badass if that was a staff enchanter, but it doesn't... Oh, it is a staff enchanter! I was freaking kidding, but that's amazing. Okay. And then looks like we got ourselves some weapon racks over here to store some weapons. It does indeed come stocked with a few weapons, which is always great to see. But we have our arcane enchanter right there, armor and weapon storage right there, and a few little knickknacks up there on the shelf right there, with your enchanting table and your grindstone over here. Now, I find it unfortunate that the tanning rack is away from all of the crafting stuff, because normally when I'm crafting, I do stuff with the tanning rack as well, but that's okay. It's just a short walk to the front door. And then last but not least, I believe this might just be an extra room. It certainly just looks as if it's kind of been thrown in there with just this random chair and this random stool and a random hearth that's in this room. Perhaps this could be seen as like a storage closet or like a boiler room or something like that. Not exactly sure what this would be. Perhaps it's just a storeroom. We can just call it a storeroom. But let's go and make sure that we haven't missed any of the doors in here, because I believe that's everything that this home has to offer. I'm looking at the ground, making sure I haven't missed any trap doors or anything like that. It's certainly a smaller home, but then again, I don't believe VLINDREL Hall was very big to begin with. Like I said at the beginning, I never really used VLINDREL Hall as a home for my Skyrim characters, so I couldn't really know exactly how big it was. I don't know if there's been any additions as to size, but so far, with the addition of this mod and as VLINDREL Hall, I would honestly use VLINDREL Hall not as my own player home, more so as a place to rest my head while in Markarth, because it's free if you use the alternate start mod. Because if you start in Markarth, and you say I own property in one of the holds, you can just select that I live in VLINDREL Hall, and you immediately have access to it. Either that, or I imagine once you have to buy the property, you'll have to go through the same thing that you would do normally in Solitude, where you have to what is it? Where you have to furnish the books and stuff like that, or not furnish the books, furnish the building like that. Same thing with Breeze Home. All the Hearthfire stuff is what I imagine would happen with that. But I do believe that's everything that this home has to offer, guys. And as far as a collector's home, it's probably not up there with some of the homes that we've seen in the past. As far as just kind of a nice home to have and use throughout your playthrough in Skyrim, depending on if it's your first playthrough or your 19th playthrough, I think it's kind of a nice place to have. Not to mention you have a cool little spot out here to just chill out, hang out, and look at the view of Markarth, because look at that view. So guys, let me know down there in the comment section. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Would you use it? Would you use it over the original VLINDREL Hall? Let me know down there in the comment section. And guys, I will see you in the next video.